to Friday, and how is everyone? It is currently 16 degrees at the minute here in the UK, so it's quite pleasant temperature. We are a bit earlier this morning, so whether that will have a huge effect on numbers, I don't know. It's one of those this morning that I got up, I got everything done, and I thought, you know what, I've got some bits and pieces to do when I get home. I'm just going to come out and do it. Hopefully the numbers will be all right, but if they're not, it's my own fault. So what's everybody up to today? Work day, leisure day, nothing day? I don't say school at the minute because until sort of September when schools start going back, well that's the case in the UK, I don't know about other places around the world. There's no point saying that. For me today, it's just a normal work day, as normal as work days are. God, Azra, lead on. And then I don't think there's anything planned for tonight actually. I think it's a relatively quiet sort of evening. And then obviously plans for the weekend. I think I've already sort of touched on these already. Yeah, well, good morning Florida boy, how are you? I'm out a bit earlier today, so hopefully that's a better time for you. Only a bit earlier to be fair. Camera, and I possibly won't be doing loads of sort of camera work with it, so I don't know whether I'll even do a vlog. I don't know what's not showing that you're... Oh, people are now coming back up, sorry. It wasn't showing numbers of people that were on. I know sometimes it is very few, but it is now coming back up again, so good morning to everyone, welcome. It is a bit earlier than we are normally out. Not a lot, only about sort of 10-15 minutes, but I just wanted to make the point that I'm normally out around about 5 a.m. in the UK, that is. Could be different for you around the world. Anyway, just going back to what I was saying, we are going to Buckingham Palace, the Mall, Piccadilly Circus, Leicester Square, Trafalgar Square, Whitehall, Horses Guard, Downing Street, and then Big Ben, Houses of Parliament. And then we're going to go and do some shopping as well, but that's the touristy things we're doing tomorrow. Which is why I say I might just do a shortish sort of vlog of the different places we're going to, because it's different when you've got other people with you. They don't want to be on YouTube maybe and stuff like that, so it's difficult to record. But I'll record what I can. James might get his wish and not have to be on YouTube tomorrow. He can stay off camera. Anyway, if you've been with me before, you'll know where we're heading. Heading over towards the fields, and it's quite a nice stroll. Whether we'll see anyone this morning because we are that bit earlier, we'll wait and see on that. Oh, for the first time in ages I've got my poor connection thing come up, but it is still showing people are on, so I don't know why that comes up. It always is in this place as well. Every time it happens it's in exactly the same place, but it hasn't happened for a while now, to be fair. Hi Tim Aspen, how are you? How you doing this morning? Lead on, Azra. Good girl. Come on. The channel settings, and we are. Yeah, I'm just looking at my phone. It's looking a little bit blocky this morning. I don't know why that should be, because it looks. We're doing exactly the same stroll, so I don't know what's going on this morning. But I am definitely here, and it looks like we're definitely online. So good. Gives you an idea, guys. I showed you this before. The sun isn't even up yet down there. Makes a big difference, sort of 15 minutes. Got an Azra, lead on. So a little bit of sad news this week, and I was I don't know whether I touched it on Wednesday. I'm not sure. I don't know whether I was ready to talk about it on Wednesday actually. But we had to put our cat to sleep on Tuesday lunchtime, and she was 18, and we'd had her since she was 8 weeks old, and she used to sit on Julia's tummy when James was in there, and James would kick, and the look that she would give Julia was comical, as if to say, what did you do that for? So James has grown up with her, and I think that he was pretty go on, lead on, Azra. What was I saying? Yeah, James was hit quite hard with it on Tuesday. You know, kids are pretty resourceful, and he sort of took himself off fishing on Wednesday and yesterday, and you know, we're talking about it sort of gingerly at different times, and I say he's coping pretty well, to be fair to him. So, unfortunately, when you're a pet owner, these are the sort of things you have to deal with. You can deal with the happy times. You have to deal with the sad times as well, and that's ultimately, you know, what we explained. You know, it's not all playing and the tomfoolery. Obviously, there is a point when they get very old, and it's not like a human where, well, it can be in some cases, but in most cases, you have to help them along when they get pretty old, which unfortunately is what we had to do. Christ, that woman, she's out even this early. Jesus, I mock. Whenever I come over here, she's always over here. And again, and I'm early. Azra's just going to the loo, guys. Right, go on, lead on. Azra, she's walking the other way, so don't worry about it. Azra, this way, good girl. It's so annoying when this poor connection thing comes up. because I have to keep looking at my other phone to make sure we've got people on, and also had comments, because it completely fouls the screen up. Thank you for that, Florida boy, I appreciate that. Like and subscribe. That's my cheer. He's my little cheerleader. I like that. Thank you. And he does it every day for me as well. I like that. Thank you very much. It means a lot. My trip to Florida is fast approaching. I cannot wait. That is one holiday I'm really excited about. Obviously, I'm excited to be going away for 2 weeks in August, although we're not going abroad. As I've said, you know what we're doing now. I've spoken about it enough. And there is a vlog coming out on Sunday, I believe it is. It will tell you in a lot more detail as to what we're doing. So if that's something that interests you, have a watch of that. But yeah, the Florida trip later on in the year. As I've said before, we've got so much booked. Yeah, no, I know. Autocorrect is a nightmare. I have to, not so much when I'm doing things to family, friends, even work colleagues I've known for years, but if you're doing something to a customer, I have to check everything, because you just never know when it's going to try and correct you. It's very, very annoying. I think I'll start a little countdown as of September the 1st for the trip to America. Come on, Azra, this way. Good girl. So when I get home, which will be significantly earlier today, as we're out earlier as well, I've got a couple of YouTube vlogs I want to try and watch. One is the guy's been doing a everyday vlog on the progress at Universal Studios of the new ride, and also the HHN stuff, and a few other bits and pieces that are going on at Universal. So I quite find that interesting. As I say, just over 2 months we will be there. And the other one, funny enough, is another Universal guy, but he's not on every day, but he does do a lot more, perhaps in detail, in depth sort of updates of what's going on. He does some lives from Universal as well every week. So yeah, they both put something on overnight. So I'll have my breakfast and watch those this morning. And that's another reason why I've come out a bit earlier as well, actually, because I saw there was one there and I thought, you know what, I want to watch them both before I go to work. The geezer that's there every day, there's never huge updates. He reckons they're 10 pieces away from completing the new Fast and Furious ride. I don't know, it's very difficult to see. When you're not there and seeing it in person, it's very difficult, but he seems to know what he's talking about, so we'll have a chat. So I mean, what he's essentially saying is, not only will it be complete, the track layout will be complete by the time we get there, But of course you have to go under some of it into some of these HHN houses. That's what he was saying. Which I guess from looking at previous years, that's about right, I think. Anyway, we shall see. These are small world problems. If you are new here, good morning, welcome. Do like and subscribe. We're on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That will be changing in August. I will talk about that more next week again. I've spoken about it briefly, but I will speak about it again next week in a little bit more detail. Obviously there's going to be changes during August when we're on holiday and stuff like that, so I just wanted people to know, because the channel's been doing very, really well, and I don't want to lose subscribers because I'm not what people think he's not on. There will be content going on every day, just not the lives. The lives will resume in September. There may be some in August, but I can't promise you when it will be, so hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell if you're interested and you know when we're on. So, as I thought, we're a bit too early for our other friend that we see every morning. Which is good, actually, to be fair. But I wouldn't be coming out this early every morning to avoid that situation. I think I've sort of got to grips with seeing what her facial expression is before I get to her. And if she's frowning and looking miserable, I'm probably in for a mouthful. She's not a very well lady. The last few mornings since I've seen her, she's been quite smiley and happy, so long may it continue. Hopefully she's on her medication, and hopefully she's getting the help that she needs. I'm not doing Disney World this time at the train over there. I'm not doing Disney World this time, and we did do Euro Disney in October last year. Now, I know America's completely different and there's far more to do, but I've done it twice. Julie's done it once, and James isn't that bothered. I would like to go to Hollywood Studios, and if I can get a good deal on a ticket, we'll probably do it when James is with us next year. But the last time I looked, it was probably about sort of $200 each, which is a lot of money for one day. So I'm just going to see if I come across any good deals, anything like that. But apart from that, I'm not really that sounds really horrible and a bit miserable. I'm not really that interested, to be fair. We're doing Universal, we're doing Universal next year, we're doing SeaWorld next year, probably Busch Gardens, all we've done before. I understand the ride shut for the final time at Busch Gardens yesterday. I saw something about that. I would like to, at some stage as well, do Universal in Hollywood as well. I would love to do that backlot tour. I'd love to do the old Back to the Future set, all that sort of stuff. That really, really appeals to me. That will probably be one of the final things, bucket list wise, apart from what I've told you about the Route 66 and stuff like that. And maybe, with a bit of effort, we could combine the Route 66 and that. I think that would need some planning, actually. Because obviously everything I've looked at with Route 66 so far is pretty much a sort of a planned sort of thing. But I think it does end up in LA. I do think you get some days in LA to yourself at the end, I believe. So whether if you use this company, you could actually say, I don't want to do what you're saying. I'd like to do my own thing. I'm sure that's clearly acceptable. I'd need to look into it a little bit more, but just thinking about it and talking about it, all of a sudden I thought to myself, oh, that might not be such a bad idea. Azra, what are you doing? Come on. What have we got on here? What have I missed? Oh, hi Justin, sorry, yes, I've just read and caught up with all the chat. She's a cross between a beagle and a Labrador, actually. Labrador size, beagle colour. So yeah, we've spoken about German Shepherds because I've had a few over the years at the family sort of home. And they're lovely, lovely dogs, but yeah, Azra is a rescue dog. I've had her since she was 6 months old, and she's going to be 5.5 roughly when we come back from Florida, which will be in October. You don't know the amount of times I look behind me when someone says that. But this road should be relatively quiet at this time of day. Come on, Azra, let's lead on, come on. So they've done all the cutting back now, so we can see right across the field. As I say, this is usually our sunrise pick, but because we're a bit early this morning, not such luck. Maybe if it's a nice morning tomorrow, I'll come out a bit later. I know that doesn't necessarily help some of our international guests. When I say come out a bit later, it'll probably be about 5:30, 6 o'clock as opposed to 4:45, 5 o'clock. It makes a big difference, that extra half an hour. So again, if you've been with me before, you'll know where we're heading. Straight back down towards the high road via Azra's Horsey Friends. And also we go around the fourth and final field, which is now fully open again. Well, if you were with me on the live on Wednesday, you'd have seen that anyway. And then we meander our way through the science park and then towards home. So we've got another 25 minutes or so, 25 minutes together. If I'm honest with you, Florida boy, I didn't, and I'm not going to fib to you and say I did, because if you, I prefer to have a sensible conversation with you. I will look it up when I get home, because now you've raised it with me again. I will look it up, and then we can have a proper chat. You are a very loyal viewer to the page, and I don't like to fib to people. I will be honest, I will tell the truth. With everything that's been going on this week with the cat and everything else, I just totally forgot to look that up, so I will look it up when I get home. And maybe if you're on tomorrow or over the weekend, we can have a chat. Going back to HHN, and obviously what Justin is talking about, bumps and noises and stuff like that. I don't know how I'm going to be with these houses, because I am a bit of a scaredy cat, if I'm honest with you. I don't mind the scare zones and that stuff, but when you're enclosed, that's where I have a bit more of an issue. So I might hide behind Julia. We'll see how we get on, because there's plenty to do without sort of going into all the houses anyway, so I'm not overly worried, but I want to get the full experience at the same time. So, and that is going to be a long day, that HHN day, because the way I've had to book it, it's the first full day we're there. So we land on the Saturday, but it's a decent time we land around lunchtime, hopefully be at the hotel and everything else, sort of mid-afternoon, get ourselves sort of settled, and then hopefully maybe get to sleep at a sensible o'clock, go out for dinner early and what have you. It's the jet lag that sort of kills you, because you wake up quite early on the Monday morning, and then of course it's a late one with HHN, isn't it? So go on, lead on, it's just a bird. So yeah, that is something that we need to psych ourselves up for. The following day, the Monday, I think from memory of the schedule, we're going to SeaWorld. Now, I think that opens at 9. Whether we'll get there for opening, I suspect we probably will, because obviously we want to make the most of the day. But it's the following day, the Tuesday, which could be a bit more of a lazier day. That'll be the first day we're actually doing, well, probably the first and only day we're doing pretty much nothing on the schedule. And I've done a lot of preparation already. Crazy Dog's got her stick, and that's the only day I haven't done any prep for, to be honest. Maybe we go to Aquatica. Maybe we'll just have a pool day. I do want to go and do a little bit of shopping. And then the Friday is the main day for shopping. Going to Celebration for breakfast. And then go do some of the shopping outlets. What are we doing Wednesday? Wednesday's gone up. Oh, I should know, of course I should. Discovery Cove, swim with the dolphins. And also we're going to Hard Rock Cafe in Universal again. I think we're going to get an Uber or such like there. And back, obviously. And then Thursday, I think we're doing Wild Florida, and that's pretty much it on the Thursday. Have I booked? I think I've booked Saltgrass Steakhouse on that Thursday night as well. I can't remember, guys. There's so much planned, and it's just off the top of my head. I'm sort of thinking about it. But even the days that we're not doing loads, I don't want to be getting up really, really late and then waste half the day, because then it just, you just lose time. And a little bit of this stuff that we're doing this time, it's in preparation for the recce for next year's bigger holiday when we're there for longer. So there's an element of enjoying our 20-year wedding anniversary gift to each other, but also an element of doing a bit of a recce as well. What did you think of SeaWorld? I have been there as well before. I've been a couple of times before. I know it gets a lot of stick, SeaWorld, but I think if everything is treated in the right way with the respect that it deserves, whatever animal it is, then I haven't got a problem with it. Obviously, what has changed there, I think when I went there, all you had was the, is it Kraken? That roller coaster? That's the only one they had there when we were there. Now they've got multiple rides there, which is another reason we're going there, because we like our roller coasters. And it will get to a point, not yet, but it will get to a point in the future where we just say we ain't doing it anymore. I mean, obviously we're not that old, far from it, but it does shake you up massively, some of these roller coasters, which is why I want to do it as much as we can this year and next with James. But yeah, I didn't have too much of a problem really with SeaWorld. As I say, I know it received some bad press, and there are some people that go to America that I watch, although I don't watch them as much now because I find them quite annoying actually, that literally swear we are not going there at all. Yet they go to Animal Kingdom, and Animal Kingdom is still animals and they're still in an enclosed space, so I don't really know how you can sit on the moral high ground on that. As long as these things are checked regularly by the right people, hopefully everything should be okay. As I say, that's a conversation perhaps for another day, but I certainly don't sit on the moral high ground, that's for sure. Yeah, I agree. That's a good one. It is fun, and I think if you're, as I say, just going there as a tourist to enjoy it, don't get involved with the politics of the place. It's absolutely fine. But I was just curious from a local's point of view how they see it, so that's quite nice to hear actually as well. Oh, there's our cat friend. It antagonises Azra, and I guarantee, and it will call me a liar this morning, it will sit there and will stand its ground. It's quite a brave one, this one. You can see us coming. Hey, puss. Good girl, Azra. Come on, keep going. Yeah, see, you can behave when you want to. Some people just like to watch and view and enjoy the live stroll. It's only you and me that are chatterboxes. But yes, feel free to participate. If anyone wants to have a chat about anything, keep it clean. Go on, Azra, lead on. So, as I said, we are getting towards the end of the live. We've probably got another 3 or 4 minutes. There will be a live in the morning, as I say. Maybe we'll come out a bit later, as I've not got to do my normal chores in the morning. Maybe we'll come out between 5 and 6, something like that. As I'm down in London tomorrow, I will do a little bit of vlogging. I don't know how much, as I was explaining at the beginning. It's going to be a bit more difficult tomorrow with other family there, which is fine. Sunday, James has got another driving lesson. And then we're going to an American diner, which I may try and do a little bit of some pictures, maybe a bit of video if I can. Not easy, but I'll try my best. Maybe I'll take my metas. COVID. Or should I say covert operation? And then we've got a Grand Prix on Sunday as well. So the weekend, tomorrow is busy, no doubt. Sunday to a lesser degree. But we're still sort of out and about doing stuff. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to wrap this one up now. There's no sunrise to show you this morning because we are that bit earlier. I hope everyone has a wonderful Friday, wherever you're watching from around the world. Maybe it's not quite Friday yet. Maybe it's quite late on a Friday. Depends where you're watching from or have been watching from. Enjoy your day, guys. We'll be back on Saturday, tomorrow. And as I say, enjoy your day. Cheers, guys, and thanks for all the boy.